Alright guys, so this video is all about the 1500 mile review on my 2022 Toyota Tundra Limited TRD off-road. Alright, and I'm doing the outside shots first because I'm gonna do my other part of the video is gonna be the driving part. But just the outside shots, excuse the truck for it being dirty right now. It's been raining a lot here, as you can see. It's probably got some rain coming in the forecast here soon. So I'm just gonna, do the review on it with it being dirty. But anyway, as you can see, the outside of this truck is still holding up very well. There are no fit and finish issues on my truck. You'll hear me say many times on this video that I guess my truck was made on a Tuesday or Wednesday, because I haven't had any issues at all. Everything has been flawless on this truck. Everything has been working properly. I haven't had any issues with any mechanical issues or anything like that. Everything on this truck has been seriously flawless. So I'm just giving an outside shot of it. As you can see up under the bottom there, as you can see my shops and all that. See if I can zoom in. Everything looks good. No issues. I think it's a really good looking truck. It has really grown on me. It took a while for it to grow on me, but it did grow on me. And like I say, with the Toyota reliability, I feel like these trucks are going to be just as reliable as the previous Tundras. Of course, like I say, the first gens are always going to be the ones you got to work the little flaws out with. So, I think that it'll just be just as good as the other one was, the other year models. So this is basically the outside of it. Now let's go ahead and go in the inside. I know some guys were saying, I don't know, they was having issues with something. And I couldn't tell you. Everything seems to be good on mine. But here's a wider view of it. Alright, let's get to the inside part of the video. Okay guys, once again, we got the truck crunk up. I usually let it warm up for probably about a minute to maybe 2 minutes before I actually just take off in it. I do that with every vehicle that I have. I'm just not the one just crank and go. To me, that just don't seem that it's good for your vehicle when you just crank it and go. I know a lot of people say, hey, on the new vehicles you don't have to let them warm up, but for me, I always let my vehicles warm up. Right now we're looking at 1,521 miles. These miles have been problem-free miles. I haven't had any issues. Of course, I had the recalls that were done on it. They were taken care of immediately. No issues were found. I guess my truck was made on a Tuesday or Wednesday, because everything on this truck has been working perfectly. There's been no problems, no issues. I haven't had any issues with my infotainment. I haven't had any issues with check engine lights or anything like that coming on. I use all the safety features that is equipped in this truck. I use everything, so everything is always on. As you can see, the park brake is on. As soon as you put the truck in park, the automatic park brake comes on. Every time I stop, I don't have an issue with that. Don't have an issue with my charger. My charger works perfectly fine. I can always just set my phone up there, charge it up, no issues, nothing found. I haven't had any issues with my seats. I haven't had any issues with anything in this truck. Everything works fine. Even my my mirror, my digital mirror works fine. No problems, no issues. My panoramic roof still works fine. No issues. One touch, it goes off, it goes back. Okay. And also my rear window still goes down with no issues, no problems. Everything works perfectly fine in this truck. Okay. All right, so let's take it on a ride. Let's Let me let my garage down. Let's take it on a ride. And let's just, do my personal take, my personal review. As you can see, my camera still works. I did have to do an update, which there was no problems with it before I did the update. I understand some guys had some problems with theirs. I've never had an issue with mine at all. So, everything seems to be working perfectly fine. All right. Let's get moving. All right, as we move along here, as you can see, everything shifts out great. I don't have any issues with shifting. There's a Ford F-150 right there. All right. It looks like we're about to get some pretty rough weather here, so we're just gonna do a little ride through the country a little bit and kind of give you guys my point of view of owning this truck. And once again, my experience with this truck, like I say, when I first got it, I did the 1,000 mile break-in. And that's very important that you do a 1,000 mile break-in on these trucks. I understand, people, they feel like, hey, it's built for this, it's built for that, so they just jump in it, run it like a rabid dog, and then you have problems with it later. Even with these new vehicles, you still have to break these vehicles in. I mean, you can, and in some cases you can jump in a truck and run it like a rabid dog or whatever, and it still runs great. It just probably won't last as long. But every vehicle that I have, I always break it in, especially when I buy it brand new. I break it in, do exactly what the manufacturer say. Well, that was me. That was my lane centering, keeping me in the center of the road here. But it's very important to break them in, and so let everything get lubricated. My experience, once again, with this truck has been great. I love the way it rides. I love the way it feels. My fuel mileage has been ranging, on the average. I just basically, go to work. I may run some errands and stuff like that. So I'm doing a lot of city drives. So I'm averaging around 15 to 16 miles a gallon. In the city, if I take it off on the highway, I'm getting about 19 to 21 miles per gallon. And I drive it in normal mode. I don't have it in eco mode. Every now and then I'll throw it in sport mode. Sometimes I drive it in sports mode, just depending on the flow of traffic that's out here. I do use my hold button, a lot of times, especially when I'm in a drive-through or in heavy traffic. I use my hold button. Everything works really, really good. Like I say, I think the issues that people are having with new vehicles, once again, you're not doing your break-in period, and you're not following those first rules of the manufacturer book. So look at your book, see what your book says, do what it says. After you get that first 1,000 miles out the way, you can kind of drive it like you want to drive it. I'm only putting about, with the tanks that I have on here versus the tanks that I had on my other truck, which was a Titan, I do have a bigger tank, 32.2, I believe it is, on this tank here versus a 26 gallon tank. So with me, the way that I drive and the way that I go during the week, I mean, I'm really not using that much gas. I mean, I filled up my tank last Friday. Today is Monday. No, excuse me, not last Friday. Friday before last. And today is Monday. And I'll probably fill it up again probably Thursday. And I'll probably be right at a half a tank. That's gonna probably put me at about maybe $50, $55 since gas has went down some. I only put Shell gas in my truck. I haven't used any other gas in the past 10 to 15 years but Shell. Shell gas is the only way to go. It has the cleaning additives in it. It have everything, you know, that you need to keep your vehicle running at tip-top condition. No, I do not use premium. I use what the truck calls for, which is 87 octane. Over here in Georgia, it's 87. So I use 87 octane in my truck. And it works very well. Keeps my truck, I just knocked my camera over down there, my other camera. But it works to keep my truck running in mint condition, keeps my truck, you know, clean, keeps everything clean, the injectors and all of that. So I don't have any problem with that. I'm the type of person that really takes care of their vehicle. If anybody was to buy a vehicle after me, you will actually be getting a better vehicle than it was from day one, because every vehicle that I get, every vehicle that I own, I go through them just like they're supposed to be done. I do break-in periods and everything else. And once again, like I say, this truck has been a blast. I mean, it's fun to drive, honestly. It makes you just want to find somewhere to go. And I live in a small town, very small town in Georgia, and there's not a lot around here to do, but I still have to find something that I can do to just to have an excuse to hop in my truck. And I'm gonna show you like when we put the let's put the cruise control on, and we're gonna set the cruise at 60. Let's set it at 60. Let's get it up here. All right, we're gonna set it at 60, and I'm gonna take my hands off the steering wheel. I want you to see how this truck just steers. I'm not touching anything. I just want you to see how it steers. It drives very, very good by itself. I'm not touching anything. My hand is here, okay? And look at it. It's traffic passing by. It's still steering. It's doing this thing. The safety sense is awesome. I mean, the lane centering is awesome. I'm not doing anything. This truck drives, you know, very good by itself. Okay, of course, I have to put my hand on the steering wheel from time to time, and then I take it back off, and look at it. I mean, passing the car right now, I'm not afraid, because guess what? It's gonna keep me centered. So, I mean, it's a great feature to have. It's a great, it's just a fun truck. At 1,500 plus miles, I am enjoying it. It's a great, God, I mean, it rides so good. And that's pretty much it. I mean, guys, I mean, if you're looking at a 2022 Toyota Tundra, I would say to get luxury and to get, you know, off-roady type feel, you always want to go with something like the Limited, which is what I have, and then throw your TRD package on there, and you have the best of both worlds, because you got pretty much you got luxury and you got off-road ability, or off-road look, or whatever, you know. So it's just a great combination. Limited package with the TRD off-road package, that is the best combination that you can get with these trucks, unless you really want to spend, you know, higher ends for like the TRD Pro, the Platinum, the Capstone, or the 1794. To me, that's a little overrated. You know, you don't really need all that when you can just get the Limited with the TRD package. So to me, it's just, I don't know, a better deal if you go with the Limited with the TRD package. And I think that pretty much wraps it up, you know, for this truck. And like I say, it's been a joy to drive. I can't say if there's anything out there at this time that I would really want, because like I say, this truck just gives you such a great, it gives you such a great feeling, you know, just to have it, to own it. It kind of gives you a sense of pride of of being able to drive something like this, even though it is a Japanese vehicle. It is made here in the United States, and with the new body styles, you still have that Toyota feel, but you got an American feel along with it, and that's great to have right there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I love my Tundra. I mean, I love my Tundra. Out of all the trucks that I have owned, I promise you guys, this truck right here is a wonderful truck. It has everything. I mean, you still got the technology, you still got the drive, you still got the reliability that I feel that Toyota has given us for many, many years. And once again, like I say, in every vehicle, especially first year vehicles, you will have some trucks or cars that have some issues, but you will have some in there that won't. And I'm thankful, and I feel that, you know, once again, like I said earlier in the video, my truck was made on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. They took their time when they made my truck, because I haven't had any problems, any issues, and it's still a joy to drive. So with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on these videos. I do appreciate you guys. Oh, I forgot to put on my turn signal. The safety in these vehicles are flawless. But anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on these videos. This is your boy Zigzag, and we are out.